Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Silent Core again, and today I've got another class review slash guide thing that I'm going to be doing for the Ace of Spades game. So I noticed that today they added some different server groups. We've got US, West, East, Europe, and I guess that should help smoothing out a few of the servers, hopefully. I haven't actually tried a multiplayer server since I did this, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to be testing out a few things. I'm going to go on a server with nobody in it, and I'm going to look for a demolition game with as low ping as possible. This one sounds good. So I'm going to hit up and connect this one. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and choose the green team, and the class I'm going to be doing is the miner. Now I do have a few complaints about the miner class. I think it's probably one of the most underpowered classes available in Ace of Spades, and I think it's really underutilized in the game, just for the way the game works, because the game's just so primarily based on shooting. It doesn't really take a lot of strategy into account on a lot of the game modes and just the maps and just the way the games are. So the miner's only really useful for demolition game types, and I mean the miner's kind of overpowered in that type of demolition game, and then all the other game types the miner's kind of underpowered. So maybe Jagex needs to look at this. So the only weapon we have a choice between is actually the spade, the super spade, and the pickaxe. And the pickaxe is takes out, every time you hit it, it takes out 1 block instantly. Or you have the super spade that has a bit of a bigger dig radius. I think it's a 3x3 dig radius. So every time you use that, it's going to be taking out a much larger area. So I'd really recommend just going with that. I don't know why you choose the pickaxe with a much smaller dig radius. It just seems like a silly choice to me, unless you're going for the individual blocks, some sort of design or something like that. As for the constructs, you have the choice between a flare block, which is an individual block, or a safety corridor. And on a demolition game type, you can actually place blocks on your base to help keep your base established with defenses around it. So I'd much recommend taking this, because I mean this throws down a lot of blocks in one click, whereas this you can only put down individual blocks. So as for the primary weapons, we've got a shotgun. They did say in the official Ace of Spades video that the miner has a rifle, and I don't know if that was a bit of a hint that maybe they're going to add in a rifle later on into the game. As far as I know, I don't think any of the classes have rifles, so maybe that's a bit of a hint they're going to add some more weapon packs or something like that. But as for the shotgun, it's got quite a small clip, but it does have quite high damage, so you need to get up close to use it. You can't be using that far away, or you're going to have no luck at all. As for your secondary weapon, you've got a drill cannon, and this shoots a drill that fires out and carves a bit of a tunnel in anything in its path, so it'll take out a 3x3 block radius, and it'll keep going, and it'll sort of drop with gravity, so the tunnel tends to go downwards towards the end. But it will actually damage enemies if you manage to get an enemy in the path of the drill, which I guess would be kind of entertaining. And last of all, we have the equipment, which has dynamite with a big, which, once you set it down, it has a bit of a counter, and then it blows up, which is extremely useful for demolition game types. Now weirdly, also in the Ace of Spades video, they also said that the miner has grenades, and as you can see here, there's no option to even select a grenade for the miner, so I'm not sure if they changed that at last minute or if it's something else they're going to add again. I'm not really sure why they said that in those videos. So I think we've covered everything, and we can get in the game. I didn't mean to talk so long about that first of all. So when you first start a demolition game, you have a quick timer to help establish your base. So I might as well use this to show you some of the constructs. So the first one is this one, which has a little hole in it, which I guess can be useful if you're wanting to fire through enemies and leave yourself minimal coverage for them to shoot at. And we also have a staircase, which is extremely useful if you want to climb up places. You can put that there and allow your team to get up to hard to reach places. And last of all, we also have the safety corridor, which do I have room to put this here? Alright, and this basically is like a big tunnel you can run to get places, but it has so many blocks that it's really useful for to just put down to help establish your base. And as you can see at the left hand side of the screen, we have a blue line and a green line. Now these actually are the amount of blocks that your base has. So in demolition, you want to take out as many blocks in the enemy base, which I'm going to run over to now. That's the blue base. So as we take out blocks, you'll notice that bar go down, and you'll notice the green bar's a little bit higher because I've placed blocks in my base, which obviously helps a lot if you have miners both attacking and defending, because you want to be placing blocks and not letting your line go down. So the easiest thing probably to do would probably be to get up there, so I can actually use these staircases, if I place it right, to try and head up here. Stick that one there. Try and get up to the top here. Can I reach this? This is some crazy parkour right here. There we go. Alright, so now on top I can set some dynamite. These will blow big holes in the enemy base. I can also make use of my drill gun, which will drill 3x3 blocks straight down, so I can use this to dig tunnels. And alternatively I can also use my spade, which is much better than the pickaxe for taking out blocks in this base. So I've come over here just to show you guys an example of the drill gun, and when I shoot it straight forward it will take out 3x3, but it will drop with gravity, so the tunnel does go downwards. It's not like a straight tunnel, but it is extremely useful for just taking out quick blocks. And like if you're running over to the enemy base and you fire a few of these into the building, it's going to take out a lot of blocks, and there's not much the enemy team can do about that, so it's really useful to take it down. As a miner you also have a bit of a yellow hard hat, which does have a disadvantage of meaning you can be seen from pretty far away, but it does have an advantage of it makes it a bit harder for the enemy to get headshots on you, so it does add a bit of protection. But as for your offensive weapons, you only really have the shotgun, which has 4 shells, and you have to be pretty close to do a bit of damage. But if you're close up, this gun is pretty devastating, and so the miner is definitely a good class for demolition. So that's pretty much it for the miner class. We've pretty much gone through all the weapons, all the equipment, and all of the builds, and showing you guys how they work and how to best use them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. The next one will be the last class breakdown video, which will be the commando, so I'll be showing you guys how to use that class, some advantages and disadvantages of it. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.